live on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and now on Instagram live as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. My name is Patrick. I work at the aquarium here in social media, and we are live right now with a Melibe leonida nudibranch sea slug. That's a mouthful, and that is exactly what these sea slugs are all about. These animals have a massive hood that can open up there at the front of their body. Let's see. We just want to pan down just a little bit here. So this nudibranch sea slug that we have right here is a member of the naked gill sea slugs that you may find out there in the wild. Wherever you are around the world, you find nudibranchs everywhere. And this particular one you find in the kelp forest here of the Monterey Bay, and it is absolutely adorable and fantastic. Now, good morning, everyone tuning in. Let's see. Oh, what do they eat is the question from Mission Control over there on YouTube. That's a great question. These are planktivores, and these animals love to feed on anything that's out there on the current. They're grabbing food out of the water with that big hood that they have there. By the way, I just want to give a huge shout out to my coworker Emily that is currently on the stream, making sure that Instagram is looking good and that the Periscope, Facebook, and all the other streams are looking good as well. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is put me on the screen super quick so you can see who you're talking to. Hey, good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Patrick. I work at the aquarium here in social media, and we are live in our enchanted kelp forest. Love the backdrop over here with this kelp. We're on the second floor by the touch pools, and just want to say good morning to, we got on Periscope, Lady Gray Fox. We've got Laura Anderson Schiller on Facebook. Hello. Everybody's tuning in. Thanks for being there, folks. Let's see. Good morning from Trish. Sue is there. We got Mara. Awesome. So many folks. Good morning from Modesto. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Oh, this is a great question. What can you explain the difference between between these slugs and other invertebrates? It's a great question. Nudibranch sea slugs are what's known as a mollusk, so their close cousins would be things like snails, but then also octopuses, clams, squid, etc. They're in that mollusk family. A few things that they all share in common is that creeping, or they have this this mantle in the foot there you can see there. They have mollusks have all different variations of a body plan. And these ones are gastropods. Gastropod meaning stomach foot. And you can see right now we're filming one that's on the window, and it has that sticky suction cup there of a foot there on the window. That's what you're looking at right there. And these animals, they're like angelic stegosauruses with a Venus flytrap for a face. So the hood is there up at the front, using to gather up food in the water, and then what look like wings on the back there are their gills that are sticking out there. And you might also see a little ear on the top of the hood of that nudibranch, and that ear, whenever you see the ears of a nudibranch, those are actually their noses, known as rhinophores, kind of stick up there, help give an orientation to the face of this organism there. Delightful. We got folks saying hello to Emily over there, and by the way, thanks so much for tuning in. Instagram as well. Where does this one live? Is it a deep, low-light critter? It is not a deep, low-light critter. In fact, you often find them near the surface on the kelp. They also know how to swim, sort of like a flopping noodle you might see every once in a while. And that is a very funny thing to see out there when they're swimming around. They kind of flop back and forth, side to side. They're not the most athletic of swimmers, but they do get the job done. And we mentioned this to the folks on Twitch out there. If I were to ask you the question, what do these animals smell like? And if you were wondering if nudibranchs can smell like anything, they can indeed. I'll look at it now. It's crawling there across the window, opening up its hood nice and wide to lick off food there from the window. That's amazing. So if you're wondering what these animals smell like, the answer, it might surprise you. These smell like watermelon Jolly Rancher, or very citrus-y out there. So something pretty incredible. The fact that they smell very bright and citrus-like, which is something that we're not exactly sure why they do that. It could be a way to avoid predators, but it could also just be a way for these slugs to find each other out there and then to settle next to themselves. They're what's known as a gregarious species, which means that they enjoy being there close together with the other organisms. And sometimes there's so many Melibe on the kelp fronds that it just drags the entire kelp plant down below the surface where you're no longer able to see them after that. So pretty incredible how many slugs can be on the kelp. And looks like we've got a beautiful pan over here from Emily over to, oh, here, I'm going to take, let's see. I'm just going to take us off very quickly, transition over here. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking at right now. Fantastic. So there's that Melibe. They're crawling across the underside. It's upside down. It's on the underside of that kelp there. And you can see those little wings off the back like that stegosaurus and that big hood there as it dips away. Wonderful. Well, good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome to the Monterey Bay Aquarium here live on Facebook and Periscope and all those other locations out there that you may find us on the internet. We're also live on Instagram if you have folks that are over there. And we're live on Twitch too, YouTube. Let's see the questions that you may have. Again, my name is Patrick. I'm right here. And we've got Emily on the camera. Let's see some questions there from the chat. Oh, they have eyelashes. Yeah, those are their tentacles that interlock there, that Venus flytrap that we were mentioning before. Look at it here. I'm going to get rid of me one more time so you can just enjoy the sea slug there. Let's see, where are they? Oh, what animals are their predators? It's an excellent question. There aren't too many animals that we know that would feast directly on a nudibranch. Maybe a crab, a fish or so might try to give it a nab. But the thing about nudibranchs is that they tend to be very nauseous. They're either not so tasty to eat. Oh, we got a big yawn there from... I wish we had the T-Rex... I wish we had the T-Rex sound effect from Jurassic Park whenever they open up their mouth like that. I think that'd be the appropriate sound effect there. Oh, we've got a question here on Twitch. Are the wings for swimming? No, good question. Those there are for respiration, so for breathing, and for digestion. You've got little parts of their gut that stick up inside of those there. But not for swimming. No, when they swim, they look like a wet noodle flopping from side to side there. And let's see. How big do they get? What is their lifespan? It's a good question. They can be fairly long. Their hood can be many inches across, and I'm not sure exactly how long they can live. I do know that they are very seasonal animals, so they are only around every once in a while out in the bay. And Emily's going to pan us back up over. Beautiful. Oh, that's a wonderful shot. You can kind of see there the ear off the back. Again, the nose of the nudibranch, known as a rhinophore there. Are they all transparent? Yes. That is this particular animal's adaptation. However, you often have nudibranchs that are incredibly beautiful in their coloration that tells other animals that they might be nauseous. So, for example, let's see, the Spanish shawl, Phalaenopsis eodinea, is bright purple and orange, and that helps other animals know that it is not to be trifled with because it likes to eat things like hydroids and other nauseous animals. So many nudibranchs out there, very few things bother them, and they tend to eat some of the more difficult to digest food items in the ocean, like sponges and tunicates and bryozoans, and that's what helps them give their beautiful colors. But these ones, these Melibe, they are just gathering food up out of the water column and grabbing it with their hood, slurping it down, and they are one of the most delightful nudibranchs that we have here in the Monterey Bay, and there have been lots of little babies spotted out here recently by scuba divers, which is really great. Let's see. What are fishing quotas like along the coast right now? Larissa, if you are there on YouTube, head over to the Department of Fish and Wildlife website, and they'll let you know what you can and cannot fish for. You may be hearing, folks, as well, a birthday song in the background here. It's very active here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium in the morning. It looks like we've got a little bit of a birthday celebration happening behind us over there. And Emily's going to pan us over to a Melibe on the run here. Fantastic. Is it a dorid or a type of nudibranch? I believe these are aelids. So there are a few different types of nudibranch that you might see out there. Dorids and aelids being the two main ones, and then you have a few others in between and mixed in there. But these ones are aelids. And the big difference between dorids and aelids, besides general body shape when you look at them, is that dorids have little tufts of gills sticking out of their rear end there, whereas aelids have gills and serrata and papillae, different projections of their bodies up and down their backs there. Oh, yeah, look at that shot right there. That's fantastic. How do they procreate? It's a great question. They lay their eggs on the kelp, and I don't know if we have any in there right now, but they look like tiny little chandeliers sticking out upside down when they have their eggs there. So you'll see them lay those on the kelp, and that's actually one way that you can find nudibranchs in the wild very easily. So all you got to do is look around and see if you can find the nudibranch eggs, and if there are nudibranch eggs, there's a nudibranch somewhere nearby. Now, the cool thing about nudibranchs is that they are hermaphrodites. They're male and female at the same time. And so when they meet each other, they can line up right side to right side and procreate. So anytime that they meet another sea slug, it's an automatic mating opportunity of their same species, of course. And you often see nudibranchs copulating out there in the wild and laying their strands of eggs, giving you that next generation. Right now, we've got a really good look there at those translucent Stegosaurus gill plates there on the back of this absolutely stunning nudibranch, again, found out here in the Monterey Bay. How are nudibranchs adapting to or being affected by climate change is a question by Brandon. That's a great question, and nudibranchs are, because of their short life history and their very specific recruitment needs, recruitment being when they settle out as larvae, many nudibranchs can be used as a quote-unquote canary in the coal mine about what your oceanographic conditions are doing. And a really great example of that is that we have the Hopkins rose, Ocenia rosacea, which is a pink nudibranch that we have here living in the Monterey Bay. And those ones respond very strongly to warmer water. So when they show up here and along the coast of Oregon, that's how you know that you've got maybe an El Nino happening or definitely a warmer water front. So nudibranchs are certainly affected by climate change very similarly to other organisms in the ocean, in that they can be affected both positively and negatively, and just changing their range and reproduction. There's a whole lot of disruption there. But nudibranchs can also tell you if there is, in fact, a change happening in the local environment, because when conditions are good for a particular species that has particular climate modes that they respond to, then they are going to arrive. And so the Hopkins rose is a really great example of, if you're seeing a lot more of those in your tide pools, especially on the northern coast, there's a good chance that you've got some warmer water going on out there. So that was a great question. Okay, everyone. Well, we've got the folks here that are getting ready to open up the aquarium coming up. So we're going to be live here for just a few more minutes. Make sure to send us those questions if you have them. But again, my name's Patrick. I work at the aquarium here in social media. You are live right now with some Melibe leonina nudibranch sea slugs. I don't know what I said. I almost said.
You almost said nerdibranch.
I almost said
nerd. A good name too.
I almost said nerdibranch. Yeah, that's Emily there on the mic. Here, let's get us up here on the. Here, Emily, get in here. People need to see.
I gotta focus our buddy there.
People
first.
need to see
All
the
right.
camera woman.
Hey.
There we go. Hey, come back. There's Emily, everyone. Emily's been the one that's running it, and we also have Anne Marie, who's currently making sure that the Instagram live. Yeah, she's holding the Instagram live. Everybody,
she's a VIP today.
You got your Anne Marie tripod down here. It's a lot of work here to bring you this content. Okay, let me get rid of me. That's enough of that. But thank you so much for following us here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, here on YouTube, on Twitch, on Periscope, on Facebook, on Instagram. You folks are amazing. We love bringing you the wonders of the ocean, and nothing better than these nudibranch sea slugs this morning. Great stuff. Do they know? They have eggs. How do they release? Oh, the eggs are in a little chandelier again on the kelp, and then they pop out the larva there into the world there, and they become part of the plankton. And these animals can swim and are sometimes a part of the plankton themselves. And you sometimes see them swimming around there before they land on the kelp, which is fantastic. Let's see. All right. Well, everybody, it seems like we are going to need to give some room here to the folks that are cleaning the Melibes here. We want to get them ready for our guests coming up. So we are going to stop the live stream here. But thank you so much for joining us here live at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, all across the social media landscape. Thank you for tuning in here to these Melibe nudibranch sea slugs here this morning, and we hope to see you again soon at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Emily, let's get you back here on the stream.
One last time.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks,
See you again
everyone.
soon. And then hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Bye.
There we go. We did it. And stopping.